Hey yo, I make pain cinematic. I spit dope and you been an addict. You treat beef like jail. Kiss, man. Shout out, man. Anyways, man, Many Face, we in the building, man. Early morning shit, you know what I'm saying? Just had some breakfast. Hope I ain't got nothing on this gray beard. Was listening to Marcellus Wiley just now. Was listening to Self-Talk earlier, First and foremost, man, rest in peace to those three officers that lost their lives in York, Pennsylvania. And I think two others were injured. I didn't really see what happened. I just saw the headline on the news, and it's unfortunate, man. There's a lot of distractions going on out here, man. A lot of distractions, man. Objects may appear real on TV, but objects ain't always what they seem. And I'm gonna leave it at that. It's a lot of distractions, man. A lot is going on out here, man. A lot of violence. People getting killed. You've seen some public executions. Mass shootings. This is crazy, man. Stabbings. And this shit is crazy out here, man. Is saying? Then you got a high rise of inflation. It's too much going on out here, man. Way too much going on out here, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna get worse, man. Because of these budget cuts, right? Hospitals are gonna start laying people off, and people are gonna lose jobs, man. Because you reached into, an area of Medicaid and Medicaid to help fund your bill. And, parts of the bill I like, of course I like the tax breaks and the overtime, getting your overtime money back, and, you're going to see the bag, yeah. But what happens if some people that work in healthcare now are one of those people that are out of a job? You know what I'm saying? So now the little money you might get, you're going to have to hold on to that till you get a different gig. You know what I'm saying? It's just, it's unfortunate, man. Some of these hospitals, majority of these hospitals, and I didn't even know, certain hospitals rely on Medicaid and healthcare, even private hospitals. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to use the word rely like they need it like that, but that's a big part of their budget, because that's, they accept some of those people, and they're gonna get paid their money through the government. A lot of those programs are being cut. So, now hospitals aren't going to be able to, afford certain raises. They're not going to be able to afford certain things. So in order to afford those things, some people got to go. And it's unfortunate. You got skyrocketing prices because of the tariffs. So, because of the tariffs, prices have went up on goods, which means they're going to go up on consumers. If I'm not telling the truth, somebody stop me, man. Certain people are going to say, oh, it's working, because they're just, like I said in the previous video, I haven't uploaded yet, but I'm going to upload it. This shit has become like a cult, like religious cult type shit. Being a Republican, and it's no more about your ideas. This shit is a cult, man, where no one's holding each other accountable on their particular side. Until you prove me otherwise, just like they're all culting for certain countries, they're all culting for each other. Like the Republicans, they're not gonna prosecute their own. They're not gonna go after their own. They're gonna defend everything that their own does. With with the other side, you know, they at least hold people accountable. They'll get you up out of here, man. But at the end of the day, you know, you know, these people, some of these people, they don't want to see people have shit. They look at everything as sympathy, like DEI. I spoke about that in my thing too, about the DEI situation. You know, DEI is designed for, you know, equal opportunity for men, women, anybody of race, creed, and color. They're making it seem like these is sympathy hires, like people don't got no merits and they're just being hired for color. You see how the word games they like to play, and you know, it's misleading people that, you know what I'm saying, that don't do any research to think that, okay, well, yeah, well, then they just look at a couple of numbers. Well, DEI, they're hiring blacks, and they're just hiring blacks because they have to hire black. It's not what it is. You have to have qualifications for a job, man. Like, how do you want to put a person in an operating room to operate on a patient if they don't have the qualifications to do it just because of their skin color? That doesn't make any sense, man. And people that believe that shit is crazy. What was happening prior to that, right, was people were being discriminated on because of either their background, their race, nationality, things like that. And it wasn't really that they were using that. You're not going to find that in the number. Like when they say, yeah, well, we don't want this person because he's black. They're not going to say that. They're going to use other things. We went a different direction. Your qualifications don't fit our needs at this time. You know, they use shit like that. I know because I'm in the workforce, so I know. I've been there. I've seen shit happen to me. Jobs I'm qualified to get or try to even get in school, and they're like, well, we can't let you in school because, you know, of this and that, and you know, you may have had a background 25 years ago, 30 years ago, and we're gonna hold you accountable to that now. So you can't go to school because, you know, you had a charge at 18 years old 30 years ago. You know, stuff like that they was doing. Put it like that. Or they was doing that, you know, in them times. So DEI was trying to stop and end that through civil rights. So now people got opportunities to better themselves, to get jobs. Now that, you know, they can't just lock us up no more, because that was their first resolution. They'll tolerate a handful of us, you know, and the ones they like, they'll tolerate you. Everybody else, you commit a crime, locking you up, locking everybody up. And now the people got smart, and they not locking people up like that no more for petty crimes and shit. Remember the crime bill was locking people up. One crack was getting you like 10 years and shit. So that tells you what you need to know. That these were targeted towards our community. They're not going to put it in writing, but these things are targeting our community. These are the contexts that they're not going to tell you. Stop and frisk. Yes, there's crime in the hood, right? Most of us, you know, that live in the hood, we understand, yeah, there's crime in our hood. Nobody likes it. And, you know, but stop and frisk was something that was really being done really to black folks, man. They wasn't doing that shit in white neighborhoods. They wasn't pulling people over in white neighborhoods doing that. They were doing that in the urban neighborhoods, because that's where the crime was coming from. But it wasn't everybody in the hood doing it. It's certain people. They weren't really going after those crowds and those guys, groups of people. They were just throwing anybody on the wall. Hey, you coming from work, hey, get on the wall just because you was black. So it was targeting anybody that was black or Hispanic. You had a hoodie on, or you had baggy pants at the time. There was baggy jeans was in. You know, so you had your pants sagging, anything like that. You could have been coming from work, throwing you on the wall. So, you know, it was targeted for people in the urban communities. It's just a fact, man. And as far as, like, you know, fathers, I mean, I addressed all this shit yesterday in that video, man. I don't want to get into this again because I was looking at something. But as far as fathers, because I was watching the video and we're talking about fathers and fathers not being in, like, black fathers. That's what they were implying. I'm a father. You know, yeah, a lot of us were misguided, right? And that's why I said in previous videos, I blame our generation for this shit. And you know, our generation, you know, we did a lot of damage, man. Dudes had multiple kids, different women, you know, in our culture, you know, in all cultures, you know what I'm saying, as far as United States, Western culture, you know, being a promiscuous man and having multiple women was something that was championed, you know. Now on our part, yeah, a lot of us was just, you know, having kids, you know what I'm saying? So, and then dudes are having kids with women they didn't really want. They were just having fun, and then end up, next thing you know, the girl pregnant. And, you know, dudes not really trying to be with the girl because it was really just fun time with her. So there was never the relationship. It's not like we were with the girl and just left the girl. You know, a lot of times niggas was just getting these girls pregnant because they were enjoying fun with them. And these girls, like I said, they gotta be held accountable too. It takes two for this shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, their broken home definitely leads to a lot of bad decisions because two heads is better than one. But when you have a broken home, of course, kids can grow up dysfunction. That don't mean they are gonna grow up dysfunction. But all in all, man, like I said, this society, man, a lot of distractions out here. Objects ain't always gonna appear what they seem. Put it like that, man. And with that being said, we're gonna shift to the next gear, to the urban beefs. It's a lot going on. You had the Charleston White, you know, the white people coming for him because of his comments on Charlie Kirk. Rest in peace. And you know, like I said in the previous video I haven't uploaded yet, you don't make fun of a person's demise. Like, to me, I don't agree with that. But he's like, yo, I saw a little clip of him. I don't really listen to this brother, but I saw the clip of him saying, hey, you know, it was all fun and games and I was doing it to blacks, but when I do it to the white, fam, you not white, my nigga. And you're not one of them, and you're not in this circle, man. No matter how you must think you are, you are not one of them to just think it's okay to just clown people. And or if I clown black, I'm a clown fan. You're gonna learn the hard way, man. They don't operate how we operate. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not operating like that. You shouldn't be clowning anybody, period. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, to make fun of people's demise or talk bad, you shouldn't be doing that anyway, man. But you understand shit gimmick, but you shouldn't be doing disrespectful shit to people anyway, whether what color they are. Let alone, you know, somebody that just got unalived on national television. You out of pocket, man. And you know, like I said, regardless how you feel about this person, you have some honor, man, some dignity, man. Show that you're the bigger person, and say, you know what? My prayers go out to his family, man. To make fun of the man, come on, man. And to think that, oh, I'm gonna do it to the white fan, you're not one of them. They not, you know what I'm saying? So that should tell you all you need to know, man. They trying to tell you stay in your lane. At the same time, then, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't make fun of people either. So that's one thing. Then what else happened? Oh yeah, you had Dame Dash, and he been at it with he going back and forth with Cam. You know, that's a touchy situation. That's between those two gentlemen. You know, hopefully they can hash that out. You can see Dame is like hurt, man. You can see a lot of people turned on Dame, man. You know, and Cam was saying that too. But you can see a lot of people, you know, they turned on Dame, man. And you know, you can see Dame is kind of person set in his ways. Even on the Charlemagne video, then when he was at the Breakfast Club or whatever, you know, then, you know, you went on there and those guys, they clown people. They like to clown people, and he knew that, and he came ready, and he got the cooking. You know, he threw it right back at him. You know, I thought that was cool. That was epic, man, because he threw it at him, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, and because they, and I don't, like I said, I don't think you should be out here clowning your own folks, man. And then when niggas start fucking with you, you get mad. You shouldn't be out here clowning your own folks for other people's entertainment. You know what I mean? So, shout out to Dane for standing up for himself on that show. You know what I'm saying? Like, hopefully that could be a lesson learned. They go in there, they want to ask questions, they want to laugh and clown. That's their gimmick, that's their show. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I would do that. They should be doing that more on the time. On the persons that's on that type of time, they should be doing that with, talking about the man's finances and calling him broke on it. And you're a host because you don't like what he's saying to you. I mean, you're provoking the man. And you talking about what this man finances is like that. Don't people just worship money. Like, money don't define a person. Just because a man may not be in a position that you think he should be in, we don't know where he's at mentally. You know what I'm saying? Like or whatever. But regardless of that, man, instead of worrying about his pockets, if you feel like his pockets is bad, why don't you help him? You know what I'm saying? Like, but it ain't his responsibility to help the brother Dame out. You know what I'm saying? Dame is a grown man, and he's gonna figure his way. He's been figuring his way his whole life, and he'll continue to figure his way. But it's just like, we gotta stop clowning each other on stupid shit, man. And people, clowning people on their downfalls and shit. Like, come on, man. How do you uplift unity when people doing shit like that? And then they wonder why people look at them as certain words I'm not gonna use. Deadly shooting, man. Bronx, man. Like, this shit crazy out here. No. This shit's crazy, man. 18-year-old arrested in deadly shooting in Florida. So we got all that going on. Mass shootings, public assassinations, people getting poked up on trains, people just standing around not helping them. Like I said, objects don't always appear to be what they seem, man. But what's this? Brooklyn, that's a fire. Dang, that's a big fire. But yeah, man, you had the Dame situation, and you had Cam and Dame going back and forth with each other. Like I said, hopefully they hash that out, man. And then you had who else, man? Oh, I'm missing something, man. Oh yeah, Stephen A. stays embroiled in all type of controversy. There go the 3 officers dead, 2 others hurt in shooting in York, Pennsylvania. But yeah, man, Stephen A. he's staying some shit, man. Yeah, this nigga staying some shit, man. Like, so Molly quits, right? I watched Self Talk video and he went back in time to that lady, and I was thinking about that lady. She did say, yo, wow, she's not gonna be here next season, and she's not gonna be with ESPN, and that's exactly what happened. So now we gotta revisit that lady, and maybe she was telling the truth. A lot of people thought she was bugging, B. And now, you know what I'm saying, and you got Stephen A. He always out running his mouth about shit. I ain't gonna tell you why she's mad, but then you throwing all type of hints and clues and shit like that, and implying, pretty much, giving the implication that why she left. You know what I'm saying? So anybody that's listening to you, they're gonna pretty much understand, like, damn, they see why she left. But then there's more. I think, to me, right? I think that there's more to the story than just her just leaving, obviously. What O.J. Simpson told Mason, man, something about being about something about knowing the obvious. Oh yeah, Jimmy Kimmel out of here. And but yeah, really sad. Something about the obvious. But yeah, it's obvious, man, that, you know, you know what I'm saying? I think that what happened with, my opinion, right? She looking at it like, you know, she helped this show grow. She watched this man get a big contract, and she seen, you know, she understands this guy is already full of himself, and now he's even more arrogant. He got that bag. I don't think she wanted to deal with all that, man. Especially if she's not getting the bag. You know what I'm saying? She probably wanted her worth. She probably wanted anywhere, probably, I'm just speculating, probably 5 to 10 million, at least half of what he get. Problem is, you're not the draw. Yes, you're a nice looking young lady, but you're not the draw. People, ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis. People coming to see Stephen A. They want to hear him debate, no matter whether they like him or not. He's the draw. He's the one that, he knows how to, you know, make the show go. People, you know what I'm saying, are tuning in. He knows how to, the thing, see, the problem is, right, and I was thinking about this shit yesterday, a lot of these, you know, people, they don't resonate. Celebs, some of these celebs don't resonate with people, and then they wonder why they don't get the backing that they do. See, Shannon Sharp, he'll get on a tweet here and there and go at it with people. Kevin Durant will do the same thing. You know, LeBron, to a certain degree, he won't tweet back at a person, but he knows what people be saying, and he'll clap back with his little sudden shit to know, you know, even Stephen A get at you, man. He'll, you know what I'm saying, once in a while he might tweet back, but he'll get at you and let it be known, I hear y'all out here. But when you are like a Skip Bayless, somebody, like, you act like you don't, like, you bigger than life, like, you don't answer your tweets, you don't read the tweets, but yet you're tweeting, so we supposed to read your shit and then put comments under your shit for you not to even read the shit and not acknowledge us? Like, man, fuck you. Like, kind of shit is that, man? You know what I'm saying? Like, who you think you is, man? Like you say, you ain't gotta reply all the time to everybody, but once in a while, you know, you resonate with the people. She don't seem like she resonates, man. A lot of people didn't like her on the show. I was definitely one of them. Like, all that interrupting them and putting her 2 cents in some shit that nobody asked you. You know what I'm saying? Like, just asserting yourself and shit. Like, I didn't know, a lot of people didn't like that. And I thought I was the only one, but obviously a lot of people didn't like it. But she's not a draw. What do you have going for yourself outside of First Take that, you know, people are like, you know, we gonna put, like, these girls, they don't have the following like her. Like, see, Malika Andrews, you know what I'm saying, she's because of, you know, she's in the NBA and she has some controversies around her public, and, you know, dudes is cooking her. She built a fan base, and not only that, she built a platform inside the NBA. She did things, you know, that were you know, actually benefiting the brand of ESPN. Whereas Molly, she's on First Take, and she definitely helped the show grow. But at the same time, that's really all we know you for, and being Mr. Rose's wife or ex-wife, you know. But she seems like she wants to be really, like, kind of center of attention. I don't know this lady, you know, I'm just speculating, like I said. Center of attention, and she wants her worth. She feel like she's worth more than what she deserves. And I feel like, you know, she probably asked for a certain amount and they weren't willing to give it to her. And probably all shit that she goes through on set, dealing with this dude, dealing with other co-hosts and things, that she probably like, man, the hell with this shit. And then yapping A. Smith, he couldn't hold himself. And then now I got people, you know, because he left all kind of cliffhangers. Now you got people speculating what's going to happen next, or why didn't she really leave? And like I said, it's obvious, man. She wasn't happy with that bag, man. And she's putting up with a lot, you know. But it's just a lot of distractions, man. Then the Shannon Sharp shit, I just saw Marcellus Wiley. He posted the video. Shannon confronts Stephen A. And it looked like Stephen A. trying to explain his point of view. And like Marcellus Wiley said, you know, we all know, Stephen A., you ain't caused the problem for Shannon, but you definitely pour salt on the wound, running your mouth, you know, and not really standing up for the brother, or just be quiet. You didn't do any of that, man. Same thing you're doing with this Molly shit. You gotta jump out in front of the story and say certain shit that's gonna stir the pot and make people start speculating and thinking something more than what it is. So at the end of the day, I'm not an insider, but I'm gonna give you my opinion. And listening to her words, she's like, damn, I didn't expect this to come out. And, you know, that's it. There's a lot of distractions out here, man. A lot of distractions out here, man. And yeah, we got UFOs and shit. We don't know if these shits is UFOs or meteorites or comets. So they said one passed by the solar system. I'm really tired. About to go lay down. One of them shits passed by our solar, about 500 and something. They said 1,000 miles away. Some shit past our atmosphere. Some wild shit. Like, we still got these objects coming towards our area. You know, they give updates every day. They, you know, trying to lean towards the UFO without saying it. But this shit's crazy, man. Then you got Russia putting nukes on their shit. They setting shit up. Missiles getting shot down. What's going on out here, man? This shit real, man. You know, I'm gonna leave it at this. Say it again. Objects ain't always made to seem what they appear, man. That being said, I'm out, man. Many Face Publisher, man. Peace.